Alright guys, I know this is Jester, and as always, remember to hit that like and please subscribe. Alright, where do we start with this? What's next for PMR? What do we need in PMR? What's wrong with PMR? Before we can even start with what we need, want, or would like in Project Motor Racing, we need to honestly start with what's wrong with the game. What is so fundamentally broken that it makes the game unplayable? Using the term unplayable, I will start with the obviously broken ranked multiplayer servers. For starters, they're not servers. We desperately need servers, guys. Start with the big three regions: Asian Pacific, Americas, Europe. Peer-to-peer connections with cross-platform is not the way any racing game should be played. Basic stability. The game still crashes like the inbred love child of Nikita Mazepin and Lance Stroll. Racing, qualifying, in the menus, in the lobbies, watching a replay, connecting to online ranked, tuning a car. Basically, if you're doing it, the game's thinking about crashing while you're doing it. The AI and its ruthless aggression. Once again, as a career mode player, I need to address this because it is something that I was looking forward to. That it's enough to drive me insane and push me away from this game for good. The AI is just a mess. At the front, it's aggressive to the point of ruining your race. At the back, it's slow to the point of ruining your race. In the middle, it rubber bands to the point of ruining your race. They can barely be budged off the racing line. They can't even be sent into the nether realm at 200 miles an hour. They basically receive no damage for the moves they pull off on you and can barely be dented in a rage-fueled revenge punt. The very physics they operate on seem to be worlds apart from what reality actually is. They can and will dive off the racing line from 3 car lengths back with no fear of contact with you, and they still manage to pull up beyond the racing line and pull away without any care for the turn. As if they have perfect tyre temps from the start of the race, and those tyre temps never go up or down. They can do deep dives, late lockups, and it never seems to affect them on the racing line. They basically seem to be very unbalanced from the back to the front. Broken in the middle, borderline brake checkers, slow and seriously stupid at the back, and violently ruthless at the front, with no comprehension of what a mistake is. Now, career mode itself needs an overhaul. 100% difficulty and authentic mode needs to be balanced or improved. Everything I've already mentioned about the AI makes any single race of career another possible death race and early retirement. I know what 100% authentic mode means, but all of these issues with no ability to restart a session or a race can make certain events near impossible to pass. Now onto multiplayer lobbies. We desperately need the ability to name a lobby. Streamers, advertising communities, discords, any leagues, they'll all understand. We need chat in the waiting lobby and the actual race lobby. We need to be able to view and save replayers from multiplayer, because what is the point of a report function if we can't save and view those replays and actually see people's inputs? How are we meant to... We can report them based off of something we feel or experience in the race, but until you can actually view that replay, save that replay, report that replay, the function itself seems invalid. Rank needs practice lobbies with a live timer that people can gradually enter. 2 reasons. The first reason is so you're not stuck looking at a countdown for 15 to 30 minutes rather than running hot laps. The second is knowing that the lobby will have races in it, seeing what pace is being run, being able to spectate and basically sussing out the competition as it fills the waiting lobby. Even this idea here, with some form of a pre-loaded waiting lobby that's always live the moment a slot opens, might be able to sort out half the connection issues if people are gradually filling it rather than loading in at once. Now, the balance of power. The many categories in the game are in serious need of balancing. The older groups like GTO, GT1, NGT and Group 5 have very obvious standalone metas that make them almost one make in that group. The newer groups like GTE and GT3 have also been exposed on ranked recently for obvious metas and quickly become one make races. Tuning. Tunes have the ability to make or break a car setup and feeling. Unfortunately, they may also have the ability to make or break the entire game's future. Basically, it's already at the point where you need a pro setup to compete online. This exposes a lot of problems. Not everyone understands or knows how to shoot. Not everyone wants to. Not everyone will. Some don't have the time. Others just want to race with that time. They don't want to fiddle with some numbers and some settings till a car feels drivable. This itself creates a gulf between the player base. It forces most people towards a common tune, usually created by a YouTuber or shared on a Discord with a screenshot of some rapid time. Not everyone is in these online communities. Not everyone is a YouTuber. Some people don't even know how to look up these videos or where to start. When new players jump into an MX-5 and put in a time around a 1 minute track to see that they are 8 seconds slower than the fastest guy in a one make series, that can either make or break the player. It could make them think something's up here, and then they'll look into it. Maybe there's a setup. It could make them think, how the hell am I even going to compete in actual race cars if this is how far behind I am in the entry level car? Do I think shooting should be taken out of the game? Absolutely not. But do I think there should be maybe a stocked ranked series? Yes, absolutely I do. Now I'll restate something I've said in a previous video. With games like this and early days, you always expect hiccups. You don't expect perfect physics, tie attempts, and all that sim stuff, but you do expect a good driving experience. Once again, I will absolutely stress it, that PMR delivers that driving experience when it comes to the actual driving, when it works. But it cannot be ignored how much all these other issues absolutely destroy anything the game is trying to do. I've given it more time than anybody else. I've tried career, I've tried multiplayer, I wanted both to work, and the game desperately needs these things, mostly, I think, before anything else is touched on the cars and the physics and everything, just for basic playability. Connectability, stability. I don't even know where to start with the wording for everything, but it's getting to the point with this now where I'm asking myself constantly, are we actually the beta testers for this game? It's been out nearly 2 months. Are we the guys that paid for the privilege of fine-tuning this game for them? So I'll leave you guys with that question. Get at me with what you think about my thoughts of what needs to be put into it. Let me know if you think there's anything that I've missed that is a major thing that needs to be addressed. There are still other major things that need to be addressed, but I was just trying to look at some key criteria to make the game more playable and more accessible. And just on the stability options, that's obvious to make the game work. Everything else is making it accessible and more approachable for the regular player base. Anyways, guys, I would love to know your thoughts. Once again, if you haven't hit the like, hit the sub. They really do help. I hope to see you next time.